listen. I need you to panic roll out of this.
Okay, I will panic roll. I will do that.
That's disgusting.
And
heal again. I want you to panic roll out of this.
Okay. All right.
That's disgusting.
You haven't even buffed it yet, have you?
No.
No, you can buff it, and it's not even its strongest form because it's plus what? 8?
Heal
7, 6?
again.
All right.
I want you to stand there and I want you to watch me and prepare.
Okay.
I want you to do everything you can to not get hit by this.
You sound like my dad.
That is not something I wanted to hear. What's up, y'all? If you didn't know, I am HalfMetalFox, and today we're going to talk about something kind of vulgar. That being the vulgar militia shuttle. For some reason, my mouth can't say those words, but I hope you can understand what I'm saying. So the reason I'm even bringing this to your attention is, one, because I don't really see that many people using it, and the weapon's good on its own, but it really shines when you mix it with a couple combos. And I mean, another quick reason just to keep one of these in your back pocket is in case you're hitting a wall, you know, like one of those meta builds with the shields I might have talked about previously. Because this weapon actually negates a certain amount of block, like 40% of it actually, at least according to the wiki. But if you actually match that with the fact that it's got a quick running poke, you have a very dangerous tag weapon on your hands. Now the running attack actually combos neatly into like different weapon arts, and I'm going to show you 3 of them and show you exactly how they might work in PvP. The first one I'm about to bring up, especially if they panic roll, is going to do some serious amount of damage. So the first weapon art I want to bring up is going to be Giant Hunt. Now, of course, you can add this weapon art to a variety of different weapons and it'll be good. In this case, though, it's good going up against a shield or somebody who's like real fast and attacky. And going back to what I was talking about shields, it really doesn't matter if they try to block it or not, because as long as the weapon skill that you're using is strong enough, it's still going to punch through that shield and take a nice chunk of their health away. I think a big thing about this weapon is the fact that you can keep the pressure on even if they're shielding or even if they're not. Now, of course, all of this is going to come down to proper spacing, as any good poke fight does. But I think there's a lot of unexpected range that comes with this weapon, so it catches a lot of people off guard, as you can see from this footage. And just from my testing so far, I really do have to say that Giant Hunt is the best weapon art for this shuttle, but I actually have 2 others that might just fit your playstyle better. And also, before we go too much farther into it, I wanted to show you that I am not optimized for this build whatsoever. I could switch some things around, I could buff my weapon. There are actually a lot of things that I could do to make this better. I wanted you guys to see this for how it is. It's not even fully upgraded. I think it's at plus 24. But you can see all my equipment, my stats, my talismans right there. And definitely a big thing about those talismans is going to be the Shard of Alexander. Make sure that you're running that shard so that your attack skills are as strong as they can be. But yeah, back to the killing. Like I said before, with the proper spacing, I think Giant Hunt is going to be the best weapon art for the shuttle. But the other 2 that I wanted to bring up real quick is going to be Repeating Thrusts and Charge Forward. So yeah, let's start with Repeating Thrusts. So this one's going to be a little bit different just because it's going to require a bit more precise spacing. So in my opinion, it's going to require a little bit more skill to use. But I also think that it's going to be a little bit more viable than Giant Hunt in some certain situations. Not only that, but the damage output is relatively the same. Like it's not really too far different from each other. Also, I just wanted to say that I know I'm obviously using a fingerprint shield here, and I could be using any shield whatsoever, but that just goes to show you how further unoptimized I am to be using this weapon, and I'm still having so much good luck with it. So saying that, Giant Hunt is going to be a little bit better for the close encounters in some situations. I think if you're going for proper spacing and trying to catch people off guard, you're going to get a pretty good outcome if you're using Repeating Thrusts. Now I'm going to let these couple of quick matches play out, but then we're going to talk about what I think is probably the most satisfying out of the weapon arts to use with this shuttle. So the last weapon art I'm going to show you for this weapon today is going to be Charge Forward. Now, Charge Forward is probably what I consider to be the most satisfying out of the 3 I've shown you today, but it's also the most telegraphed and hardest to land. which is obviously why it's so satisfying when you do land it, but I digress. So if you don't like Giant Hunt and you don't like repeating thrusts, give Charge Forth a good try. Now, because this weapon is already quite the long boy, Charge Forward has a huge range. There have already been plenty of times when I'm using this weapon art where people think they're just far enough to be safe and they are just far enough to meet the end of my blade. Now again, this weapon art will definitely leave you open if you're not careful in using it, but I mean, hey, it's Elden Ring, everything's dangerous anyway. And voila! There you have it. I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention just because I again, really haven't seen many people using it. I think it's a fun weapon with a ton of different uses. And I'm not sure if you could tell, but I'm also relatively new when it comes to making Elden Ring content. But let me tell you that making this video was much easier thanks to my buddy Lost. Lost was the one who helped me do the initial brainstorming and testing on this weapon, so of course I'd be dumb not to give him a quick shout out here. Check out LostMySanity47 on Twitch and YouTube. And obviously if you want to show some support in me making some more Elden Ring content, please like and subscribe here too. I'm still a growing channel, I could use the help. And if you guys have any type of weapon arts you think might be good with this weapon, please leave that in the comments. And I'm going to let this video play out with clips of the brainstorming sessions, I guess you could call it that, between me and Lost in making this video. Thanks, y'all.
And which means that if you have a really aggressive shield boy, then you can do that. Of course, let us try this then. I don't have any more health, but fuck it. I'm gonna. How is the running attacks on this? It's like that. All right, so how about you? You shield my attack, right?
Okay.
You block my attack, and then immediately into weapon art, all right?
Okay.
Oh, I could. Oh well. I was not expecting that to be hit by that. Okay, interesting. How about if I do a heavy attack? Try that again.
Oh, I think that was me goofing at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can get away, but if the person is being, you know, very hello
Up in your face. Yeah. Then you're gonna catch him with that initial twirl, and
How
that's whether
about-
you have magic or not.
Yeah. Let's try it one more time. I'm gonna go in and just gonna hit you. Just don't even bring up your shield necessarily. I just want to see if you can. If I come at you, can you time it so that you hit me before I hit you? Right?
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's see. Here I come.
No, all right.
Let's try it again. No, it seems like it doesn't. That does not seem. It's more of a up in your face, close and personal type of thing.
It's not going to be much of a counterattack.
And that one, that last one, is actually a really good example because you hit me what seemed like the edge of your attack. It's not like I was up close in your face, which would make it easier for you to land Giant Hunt. No, I panicked all the way. I was mashing that button like you were, I don't know, mashing potatoes. I wanted to say something sexual, but I just couldn't find something.
Potatoes are sexual. That's cool.
Well, sure, but I also wanted to include your mom, but that felt inappropriate. Look. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have told about your mom like that. I'll take it. Look, I'll take the death. That was my bad.